When your girlfriend walks into the room and says,
"Take me to see a movie?"
you're gonna take them to see that awkward moment. Last week's hook was amazing. I'm on a roll. What's up, everybody? We're here tonight at Brennan Theaters watching That Awkward Moment with Zac Efron, Michael B. Jordan, and Miles Teller. Yes, this movie is a rom-com, romantic comedy. You're gonna go into this thing, you're gonna know how it's gonna end. There's no surprise there. But the thing that is surprising, the chemistry with all the characters and actors and how they portray bros and hoes and life. It's very realistic. You can buy into every single one of how love makes you do crazy stuff. That's simple. It's funny, you're laughing, even when you go with a group of people and you have people that are like, I'm not gonna laugh at that, and they're laughing harder than you know it's funny. Yes, it is rated R because of all the F words, and they actually use them cleverly. It's not like some movies that this and that, you. They actually use them in ways where it's like, you're fucking retarded. And you laugh because like, ah, that's funny. Bang on Woods. I wasn't bored once. It was a lot of fun. It's a fun movie to go see. You can buy into it. It's believable. I give this movie a solid 7.5 out of 10. Yes, you're like, oh, that's so low. It's predictable. It's a predictable thing. I was gonna give it a little bit lower, but they do play Halo in it, so thumbs up. That's right, I said it. No shame here. I'm a general in that game. That's sad. Without further ado, let's see what the people had to say. How did you feel about the comedy of this movie, being that it is a rom-com?
I thought it was very well diverse for the girlfriend going in and seeing it and going, oh, well, my boyfriend does stupid like that. I thought that it was very well done for the guy's half of saying, hey, that's what my friends do. It was well-balanced comedy for both parties that were going to go see this movie. It could be you and your girls going to see this movie. It could be guys going to see this movie, but it was very well-balanced.
It was a good movie. Like, it was fine. It was a good movie. Like, what am I supposed to do? It was funny. As far as comedy goes, it didn't not make me laugh. It wasn't a bad movie at all, America. Matter of fact, go see it now. Go see it. Miles Teller is no one cares about Zac Efron and Michael B. Jordan. Okay. Miles Teller. I'm on that dude's team. Go see it solely to make that dude continue making movies. Go see it, because it's funny. He's hilarious.
I don't usually like rom-coms. I'm a hopeless romantic at heart, but I'm also someone that's been single for a very long time. So I tend not to like these movies. They make me a little bitter, to be completely honest. I actually feel this movie leaned more towards comedy than it did romantic. I think that their focus was the guys in this movie, the three friends, and how they worked together and their friendships and how that worked. And it was almost a subplot for the women, and that I'm hearing a pattern of people were more into the male characters than they were the female characters, and I think that was intended. I think the movie is about those three guys, which is why when you watch the trailer, it's all about those three guys. So I thought it was hilarious.
Did you like the comedy of this one?
Yes.
The F-bombs, do you feel that they were needed for this movie, or do you think they could have done it without the F-bombs?
Oh, yeah, the F-bombs were needed. I mean, because what's life without a good I mean, it's not like it was just like a Cat Williams special where it was just for no reason. It was more so natural. It was good. And like I said, people say and they're grown-ups living in New York. They're gonna say It's all right. It's not that big a deal. I think it was needed. Yeah, I think they should have thrown in more. More was needed.
I thought they were very natural F words. Like, when you use them in your own personal life, that's how you would use them. You wouldn't, it's not where it's just like, well, that's not needed, but they're just how, if you're having a regular conversation, that's how you would use them.
I think it was needed. I think to have it feel real between those friends, I think it was necessary to have it natural like that. And you can tell that, especially watching the bloopers at the end during the credits, that's the way they talk. So having them be natural with each other and having it not feel forced, I think it needed to be there. Plus, I don't think taking it out, the PG-13 rating they might have gained would have given them anything. I don't think there would have been a large amount of viewers that would have went and saw it as a PG-13 movie that didn't see it as an R movie, so I don't think it would have gained anything by taking it out.
Yeah. Tell the story as is, as Eric Man was saying. You gotta have the in there. This is how they were talking in real life.
Were there any problems you had with this movie?
Yeah, there weren't enough. No, not very many issues as far as the movie goes. I mean, very predictable. It was a rom-com. I didn't really care too much about the girl characters, if I'm gonna be honest. I cared more about the male camaraderie aspect of it. That's about it. I liked it. It was funny. The girls didn't impress me. The main girl wasn't even all that hot. Imogen Poots. Subpar Boots.
I knew going in that it was very cliche. There was one part where you're thinking, oh, well, that's gonna work out, but it didn't. I actually did appreciate the realism of it, but it was everything. It delivered on what it was advertised as. So there's not really anything that wouldn't work for you.
It is predictable. I've heard that a number of times, but it's romantic comedy. So if you expected anything different, I mean, you've probably seen less romantic comedies than I have then, because they're always the same. I didn't really have any issues with it. I thought it was well done all around.
It's a little predictable, but the cast and the good chemistry made it funny. So the comedy story is predictable, but I found it funny. I was entertained, but that was what I liked about it.
And on a scale of 1 to 10.
I give it an 8. It has good comedy. Yes, it's predictable, but going into a romantic comedy, if you're expecting anything else, if you're expecting it to end like Titanic, you're just retarded.
7, whatever the f a C is, because I feel as though giving it a B would call it better than it was. A couple more would have made it a B, but it wasn't. Solid movie. It was not bad by any means. It was not the best comedy I've ever seen in my life. 7.
I actually give it a 9. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed a lot during this movie. Now, I will say I came in with low expectations, but I walked out extremely happy I saw it. If you need to do a date movie, or if you're in the mood for romantic comedy, this is a good choice. This is a very good choice.
I give it an 8. 8 out of 10. Nothing new, but funny, entertaining.
Next week, we're going to see the Lego movie. And if you're rolling your eyes, I give you this, because they're doing something new with animation that's going to be pretty awesome. And it's the closest thing to the Justice League we're going to get right now. So there it is. Go on ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, favorite it, share it. So let me know what you think is Zac Efron's best movie. And as always, we're letting you know before you go at Brendan Theaters. Like mom and dad found your hand in the cookie jar. And by that you had...
She called me. She called me.
Oh, that
I was 11 years old. Okay, let's do the next question.
If you want to come... No. If you want to come... Let's try this again. When I'm doing my thing, you shut the f*** up. Are there any... Were there any problems that you had with this? Were there any problems that you have with this movie?
Okay. See, now we're live. Now we're happy. Now we're happy. Ask me the question.